Thank you, Coach Rob. And coaches, good evening. Welcome to tonight's webinar on the 3 keys practice planning, team building, and team retention. My name is Clint Schumacher. I'm in Dallas, Texas, and I've coached football for 8 years, both tackle and 7-on-7 or flag. And the age range of kids that I've coached range from 1st grade to 6th grade. So for us, that's the full spectrum of kids playing football up at the time that they reach school ball in the 7th grade. Most recently, last season, I coached both a 6th grade tackle team and a 3rd grade 7-on-7 team. Our record for teams that I've been head coach is 81-17-1, and I feel a little sheepish sharing that because I know there's a number of bad coaches with very good records, and so I'll tell you that I'm more particularly happy about a couple of other things. One is that our teams have a 90+% retention rate, including this most recent season, a 100% retention rate on both teams from the 2014 season to the 2015 season. And even more than that, I feel like we've done a good job positively impacting the lives of the kids in our program and even more so the families that are in our program. So I want to share with you tonight things that I've learned, things that we do, ideas that I've taken from many other fine coaches and modeled them to our kids, and hopefully share some ideas with you tonight that you can use and take and improve your programs and improve your teams and improve the way that you coach the kids that are under your care. If you have questions tonight, I'm happy for you to type questions into the chat box. This will be better if it's more interactive. And so you're more than welcome to type questions at any time, and I'll try to keep an eye on that and answer your questions as I'm breaking from subject to subject, but please feel free to do that. Also on the screen is my email address, gentshoe, or JENTSHOE @yahoo.com, and my Twitter account, J_Clint, and I'm very accessible, so if you have questions that come up after tonight, feel free to shoot them to me. Hit me up on Twitter. I love talking ball, and I love talking to coaches, so feel free to do that, and I'd be happy to be a resource for you. Coaches, I think if you focus on tonight's topic, you can do more to improve your football team, your team's on-the-field performance, than in any other area where you can spend time. Further, I think if you focus on tonight's topic, you can do more to positively impact your players' futures than in any other area where you can spend time as their football coach. I think many coaches, and certainly this was me as a beginning coach, make the mistake of spending more time on X's and O's and picking a scheme and trying to figure out techniques and drills than we do on the 3 things we're going to talk about tonight: practice planning, team building, and team retention. And I'm convinced after some years of coaching that is a mistake. Certainly scheme is important. Don't hear me say otherwise. And running a scheme that is not optimal for the age and skill set that you're coaching is a problem. And having an unsound scheme in place is a problem. Certainly getting to the right scheme is important. And more so than that, teaching fundamentally sound technique is important, especially technique as it involves the safety and well-being of your football players. However, I'm convinced time is spent on planning your practices, on figuring out how to build a team, on figuring out how to retain your players from season to season will reap a greater benefit both on the field, in the performance of your team, and off the field in your players' lives than in any time you spend figuring out scheme with chalkboarding X's and O's. So that's why I have chosen to speak on this topic. I think it's a vital one. I think it's an important one. I'll note that I've seen a number of different schemes, offensive schemes, defensive schemes, be successful from the local leagues all the way up to the Pop Warner championship games on ESPN. However, the common factor in teams that are successful as compared to those that are not is not so much X's and O's, it's how do they plan, prioritize, and execute their practice, and have they built what we call a we over me culture. All of you that have been around coaching know that you can watch a team practice for 15 minutes and figure out if they're going to be competitive or not competitive. Just by way of example, we had a new team come into our league this year, and they practiced in the same park that we did. And and watching about 20 minutes of a very disorganized practice, spending time on things that were not going to translate into how their players did on the field, I could tell this was not a team that we were going to have to worry about. And all of you have probably had similar experience if you've been coaching for any length of time. So with that, let me jump right in to what I want to share with you this evening. The first key I want to talk about tonight is practice planning.